company.
Okay.
What a great way to start the podcast on such a great note.
I got a quick start at some point.
So Daniel's starting the podcast. We're starting off with an interesting question. Noah, why are you on the couch?
Wow. I was thinking this. I was wondering the same thing.
Instead of where?
Like, I don't know.
Your professional podcast studio?
Alex looks like he's in his bed.
Hey, that's okay.
He's comfortable.
That here.
He's comfortable.
The funny here's the funny thing. Tanner's been, he's been grilling Noah for, I'd say, like 20 minutes on this question about why are you on the couch? Well, I'm on the couch too. Tanner, let's equally distribute the wealth here.
Why is Noah's couch in frame?
We're trying to show off the cool leather couch.
I see.
Yeah, we can't all afford that nice leather.
Yeah, so I gotta feel that you're posing.
This is the Experience Podcast with me and someone else.
And someone else, and that someone else is Tiger Woods because he is back. The Masters were this past weekend. We're recording as of April 14th.
That was Tiger?
I thought the Masters were over.
Yeah, I'm Noah, by the way, not Tiger.
Well, Tiger Woods is here with us in spirit. I believe he won. He won in our hearts because he came back.
I was there.
Really? Tell us about it. Wow, that was a great segue. I really did it.
Yeah, I go every year to the Masters. I've been every year for the past 10 years. Well, that's not true. I didn't go last year or the year before because they didn't have fans, spectators. But I've been every year besides those two since 2011. I go one day. This year I went on Saturday, and it was lots of fun. I saw Tiger at 5, where he four putted, and then threw his freaking club, his putter, which they didn't show anywhere on highlights, but he threw it 25 feet, and I don't know if the cameras missed it, but I thought there's no phones allowed. You can't have any form of technology, so I thought when we get back that'd be huge news, and then it just wasn't anywhere. So I assume no one saw that.
But yeah, this is an insider scoop. We're really breaking the story here on the Experience Podcast. I haven't heard anything about that. I thought he was really rational, but it makes sense. He's probably hopped up on gooseberries, right? Didn't he have a grueling car accident?
Oh yeah, he almost lost his leg.
Yeah. So I mean, he's probably, was he sauntering? Did he seem to be in pain after
Yeah, it's not in pain. He looked better than I thought, but it was, he looked not perfect.
Can you give us a better insider scoop for those of us who haven't really, seen the green yet? I assume that's what they call the Masters, both because of the green jackets.
No, the green is what the putting was, what you putt on. That's not the name of the course.
Well, what do they refer to it colloquially as, other than the Masters?
Augusta
the
National.
Big game. Don't call it the big game.
It's like a tournament, though. It's not a. Yeah, it's.
They call it
the big jacket.
What is it? A event like no other.
Fun in the sun. I think that's what it was. It was great weather.
A tradition unlike any other.
Oh, that's right.
There you go. That kind of sounds a little weird.
Jim Nance. I think that was Jim Nance. Oh my God, I was there. So I've been there 9 other times, and I've never seen anyone famous besides the golfers and people in the cabin. I forget what it's called, a butler cabin. But not just in the stands or on the side viewing. And this time, me and my friend were there. We saw 4 former or current starting quarterbacks in the NFL. It was crazy. So first, I'm just waiting for my friend out of the bathroom. He comes out. He's like, "Dude, I just saw Sam Darnold and Josh Allen." And I'm like, "Okay, we'll see." And then we're waiting there for another minute. Out and comes Josh Allen. And I'm like, "Go Bills!" And he's like, "Go Bills!" How does everyone know who I am? Is what he said. He's like, "Everyone's recognizing me." Or someone said to him, "Everyone knows who you are," and I forgot what he said back. But yeah, Josh Allen, and then Sam Darnold came out afterwards, and he was a lot smaller than I thought. He was, I guess I'm kind of a tall guy, so whatever, but Josh Allen was like my height, but he was big, very.
Is he? I thought he was like. How tall are you, Noah?
Like 6'5"?
Yeah, I think that's about as tall as he.
Josh Allen is 6'5". Yeah. And then later we saw Jim Harbaugh.
Really? He seems like a guy that would go to the Masters, I think. That doesn't really surprise me. You should say something more crazy like, I saw Pete Davidson there. Pete Davidson was there.
Oh, really?
You can't prove he wasn't. No cell phones, right? You can't prove he wasn't.
Someone definitely saw Kendrick Lamar at the Masters, right?
What? What does that mean?
He was there, right?
I doubt it. Why?
Well, he could have been there. It's within the realm of possibility.
Yeah, but then Jim Harbaugh was there.
Why?
Dick King.
Who?
And then we saw Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning had his green jacket on, so he's a member, which is insane.
He would definitely go.
He's like, you can't just become a member.
I think Miley Cyrus is also a member.
I think so too. It's within the realm of possibility.
How? Does she play golf?
It doesn't matter. Neither did Peyton Manning. He played football. That one I know.
Peyton Manning probably plays golf a lot.
He's retired, so maybe. I don't know. I didn't have a
Miley
phone,
Cyrus
so take a picture of him.
Goes to the.
You don't know. You don't know that.
No, I don't have an idea of object permanence. So I don't
Dad
know.
went on Thursday. He saw Steph Curry, which is cool. But I've been 9 years, never seen anyone famous, and then 4 people in 1 year.
And the booze? Did you get I heard the beers were super cheap, which always surprised me.
The food at the Masters is very, very cheap. It's always been very cheap.
How much were tickets? Do you mind me asking?
I think they're like $250, but you can't buy them. Yeah. You have to. My dad won a lottery and gets tickets for the rest of his life. So you can't just buy them. You can buy them secondhand, but they'll go for thousands of dollars. But you can't just buy them off the mark off firsthand. But yeah, the food is very cheap, but the gift shop is so expensive. It's the most expensive thing ever. You can get a polo for $90.
That's good.
You can get a barbecue sandwich for $150.
How much for a golf club in the shop?
$45,000.
I don't think they sell golf clubs.
That doesn't make any sense.
They definitely sell golf clubs.
It's literally a tradition like no other. How do they?
I don't think they sell golf clubs. I think they sell merchandise.
They sell golf club. Do they sell golf balls like a commemorative Masters?
Yeah,
have to sell golf.
I didn't see them, but that I'm sure they do. That they definitely do. But
and,
clubs?
I have the exact same kind of feeling sentiment that you have toward that golf ball that you didn't see, but you're sure was there. I feel the same way about both Miley Cyrus and Pete Davidson. Right? I didn't see them there.
Well, you said one was there. I can guarantee you Pete Davidson is not a member at Augusta National.
You don't know that.
Yes, I do.
He could be. He could be.
You don't know that.
You don't know that.
I know that. You have to be invited. And they're all rich, white, wealthy people.
I think Pete Davidson is too, right? I don't honestly know.
No, he's
He looks kind of diseased. His eyes are sullen. He's an offshoot of
You have to be wealthy.
He's a
zombie.
You
have to be wealthy, not rich. Josh Allen is not a member. Jim Harbaugh was not a member.
And Miley Cyrus isn't?
Well, women are different. When the first woman was allowed to be a member in Augusta?
Last year?
Yeah. No, 2005. It was Condoleezza Rice, I think. Tanner doesn't know who that is.
Yeah, she was a former Secretary of State.
No.
Oh, okay, well, I was close.
Okay.
Your guess is as good as mine, Tanner.
No.
A high-ranking government. Yeah.
You were actually right. That's true. She was.
I was just saying, I think she.
You don't even know who that is, Tanner. I have an inkling. Just as I'm as sure.
Well, I should have said Alex.
State as I'm sure Davidson was there at the Masters this weekend.
He could have been there. I'm not saying he wasn't there. I'm just saying he's not a member.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know why we're disagreeing. I think you're the one who's just trying to start.
Well, you said Miley Cyrus was a member.
I didn't say that. Daniel said that.
I said there's a chance.
It's within the realm of possibility that Daniel said that, not me.
Okay.
It's all being recorded. We have a paper trail, so we can find it.
Okay. So I guess we'll never know until we.
They were there. I'm sure they were able. I'm sure if you're famous, you can find a way to get tickets.
Yeah,
I'm sure you can.
Or you can just pay for them.
Yeah,
like you get a lot of money. You can spend $2,500 a ticket or whatever. But being a member is something else. That's like. Yeah.
Okay, I'm not disagreeing with you there. I know it. You got to pay money to put the green jacket on. I get it.
I'm surprised Peyton Manning was a member. Not completely, because he's like really famous.
And his son's pretty famous too.
Got a TV show now.
His son? Does he even have a son?
I thought so. Football legend Arch Manning.
That's not his son. That's his nephew.
Is that his nephew? Fuck.
That's what's his
Eli's or the other one?
No, it's a Cooper Manning's son.
Cooper, yeah.
That's a true dynasty right there. When you talk about dynasties in football, you think, Alabama, I guess the Patriots for a brief stint. I think the Manning family, we are not the same.
I mean, three NFL quarterbacks.
Yeah, that's what I said, a dynasty. No, I don't know why you're trying to stir the pot here.
I'm not. I never said you were wrong.
It's about to be 4 with Bronny coming up. That'll be fun.
Wait, what?
4 what? Oh, another NFL dynasty and LeBron James?
Yeah. He's on the rise. He wants to play with his son in the NFL for the Detroit Lions.
I think they'd actually make a good improvement.
Yeah, it's Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, and Alex Bohr. Write that down, everybody.
Yeah.
Let it be known.
Yeah, so how are the Lions shaking up, Alex? I know you're a fan. How are they shaking up to be this next season?
We're just transitioning to the NFL just like that.
Well, what do you want to talk about, Noah? We'll talk about what you want to talk about. I promise I'll engage. If it's Condoleezza Rice, I'll talk about it.
It's either Condoleezza Rice or the Detroit Lions. That's
your pick. Don't say I'll never throw you a bone, because it's either NFL or Condoleezza Rice.
Who's worse? Who's worse? Let's talk about the better one. I guess Rice is probably worse. So let's talk about the one.
She had a few rough seasons, but not a whole lot that getting first round.
I think she was kind of the scapegoat for just like a all around just kind of dysfunctional system. So I think she gets more hate than she deserves.
I don't think she gets enough hate. I don't think people. You know what I think? Man, I hate Condoleezza. I don't think people say that enough.
Why?
Tanner, are you pulling up the sabermetrics on Condoleezza Rice?
Yeah, I'm trying to see what her
what's your batting
40 is. Is that what sabermetrics baseball? Oops.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
What's your wins above replacement? I'm curious.
I'm just seeing that her last name is Italian, meaning sweetness. I don't know if that helps.
Who's right? No, rice is a grain.
I said name is from Italian, Condoleezza, meaning with sweet.
You said last name.
I didn't. Yeah, that's just you. I mean, it's within the realm of possibility.
Did he say last name?
Yeah, it's actually it's a.
I said
most
her
people
name. I thought.
Mispronounce her name. It's Condoleezza Rice because it's Italian. Pretty. It's kind of a for a country that celebrates its multicultural heritage. We can't really do much of that stuff right, even the basic stuff. So Tanner, what is her batting average? I'm curious.
What is her batting average? Let me actually look it up. I'll see what I can find.
One time, the congressional softball
BA.
She hit 392.
Wasn't she like actually in conversation to become like GM of the Browns?
Serious?
No joke. Daniel, wasn't that like a thing?
That's on the same lake as the
Detroit the Cleveland Browns. Condoleezza Rice to the Cleveland Browns isn't all that crazy. For its head coaching job, is this a NBC Sports? This isn't like The Onion.
No. Sounds familiar.
I thought wasn't she like going to become like not going to become, but like rumored to be.
It was a rumor.
Rumored to be.
They
maybe talked to for GM or something. Oh no, it's for head coach.
Yeah, in November 2018, it was rumored.
So, I just remembered that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think that might be an upgrade. I don't know what a Secretary of State does. Oversee elections, maybe? I got no idea. Oversee the state, I assume. I don't know what a Secretary of State does, I'll be honest. Does that
like
make
the
me
head of the foreign
policy?
Yeah, pretty much.
So yeah, I was totally off the base there. But she wasn't. She actually, I looked up her batting average. She had a .3, so she only hit once. I don't know. Is that a good number?
Yeah, what's her .3?
Well, batting average is from a number from 0 to 1, right? The .3.
Well, yeah, but people, all the cool kids.
Yes, but no one says .3. You'd say 300.
Okay, well, I didn't know that.
No. Let him say .3.
It's .3. I don't know. You know, I'd like to think about the metrics. I don't
Tanner,
like to think about.
What's her BABIP?
BABIP? What is that?
And
base average?
Yeah, close.
Base in place.
You're getting there. You're getting there.
You can name baseball acronyms, and I'll try to figure them out.
What BABIP? BABIP.
BABIP.
You're just looking it up.
No, I'm not.
Hands up.
I know. I'll keep my hands up. BABIP. It's not. Does this batting average something in place? Batting
it's
average.
Not average.
You're very close. You're very close. You're basically there.
That's how.
Is it about bunting?
No. It has nothing to do with bunting. What did you say?
No. Start over.
Batting average something in place.
You're very close.
You got 3 of the 5 words. There's an on.
There's an on. Yeah, they cheat the acronym. They cheat it.
You know, like on and of. I'll give you where the on is.
Yeah.
It's after the A.
Batting average on base in place.
Very close. You're so close.
Can I get another hint?
The place is wrong. It's not place.
In position?
Just the first syllable.
It's close to place. It sounds
in
a little
play.
like place.
Balls in play?
Yeah, it is.
There you go.
What was it? So what is it actually?
Say it. Go ahead, Tanner. You got it.
Yeah, we're 1 word off now.
Put it
Batting
together.
On balls in place?
No. You said batting average. That's what you started.
Batting? Oh, yeah. That's right. Yes. I thought it was BOBIP. Batting
BABIP.
on. But batting average on base.
It's not base.
Wait a second, guys. This is
batting average. So how the Braves shaking up this year? I know Freddie.
Batting average.
He's kind of like. So like, what are we shaking up? No, I know he's a resident Braves expert.
You can actually watch the Braves game right now on ESPN Plus, not a sponsor.
I do have ESPN Plus, but I think it's blacked out because we're in Atlanta.
How does that work?
That makes sense.
That means you have to have cable and get Bally, which I can just use my dad, so I can still watch it.
That doesn't make any sense. Like, how come I'm in Atlanta, I can't watch the Atlanta Braves?
No, they don't want you to watch it.
You have to watch it locally. You can't watch it nationally.
Why are they doing this?
I don't know if I can. Let me see if I can.
You can watch it on ESPN Plus. You're in New York. Because the blackout rules is just stupid.
They should see the number of...
Who are they playing?
They're playing the San Diego Padres.
Kind of excited about tomorrow's game. Anyway, just the pitching matchup.
Who is it? Fried against Darvish?
No, it's Wright against Gore.
Okay, so I was off completely.
Yeah. Anyway,
for a wasted pitcher versus a pitcher who's who knows?
Alex, anything?
I'm about to wait. Why? Hang on. I'm trying to look here. It's just the same telecast. I'm throwing the Braves game on right now.
Oh wow!
Oh wow!
I don't think I'm furthering a point here, but they're down by 3, and
it was bases loaded, 1 out, and I saw they got a 2nd out.
Well, they got their 3rd out.
All's fair in love and war and baseball. That's what they say. That's what my coach said.
I think that's a Dostoevsky quote, I think, originally.
Well, that's because it came from his book called Love and War, right?
Yeah. Bab and If. Very cool. That's a great book.
What do you think invented baseball? What do you think?
It was like some dude named Abernathy or something. Or Mike.
Abner Doubleday you talking about?
Yeah.
And then who do you think like reinvented baseball? You know, John Heisman, Ford Pass, or whatever.
Robert Manfred.
Jackie Robinson? Oh, no.
That guy's a fucking asshole. Not Robinson. Manfred.
Jackie Robinson. Hot take, man.
Technically, for...
What did Manfred do to invent the game?
Reinvent ruin the game.
Ghost run.
All right, yeah, we don't need to get political.
Runners on second. Pulling Clayton
Kershaw.
Rule.
That's a good rule for middle school softball.
Pulling Clayton Kershaw. He's to blame for that.
No, that's Dave Roberts. That's his fault. I read a stat. It was the second time that's ever happened, and the other time was also Dave Roberts.
Nice.
Well, I forgot.
So I think the real answer is Dave Roberts. I think that's what we got.
Okay, thank you guys for answering my question.
He's on the Mount Rushmore. They had to replace.
The question?
The question was, what did Rob?
I'm like 3 conversations behind.
Maybe you need to get 3 conversations ahead.
Yeah, apparently.
Hey, that's Tanner. Well, you could use that in your consulting presentation. I feel like that's something they'd say.
Honestly, you do need to kind of throw in baseball metaphors. It's like, what can we do to really make this I almost said slam dunk, grand slam for you? What can we do to make this project a grand slam?
Good. Mixed metaphors. That's perfect. That would work well.
You know what I mean?
We combine these initiatives and we get a double play. It's great.
It's really double play. You manage risk here. So there's a lot of baseball metaphors. Well, not metaphors. You get what I'm saying? It's like you got to talk like you know what you're talking about, or if you throw in a bullshit like
this is really
otherwise you're going to strike out.
Or if you throw in like a saying, I forget what the word is, an axiom. If you throw in an axiom and that axiom is entirely made up, as long as
I don't think that's how you pronounce it.
How do you pronounce it?
I could be wrong though.
You know what I'm talking about? Like
Tanner's definitely on. He's on base here. He's on base. No, he's safe. He's
safe. I'm talking like you can totally just BS stuff as long as you're confident, which you have to be basically. My confidence was dwindling, so I didn't get it.
Yeah, but
they said I introduced enough. Well, I need to get more confident enough to introduce more like personality into kind of the way I. Which you know me, I'm like usually say stuff that makes no sense.
Yeah, we know.
Yeah, usually you do not lack confidence.
But I said something not along. It was similar. It wasn't as like enthusiastic as like, how can we make this project a grand slam for you? It was like something kind of along those lines, and they actually appreciated it.
Nice. How can we hit a bloop?
What?
How can we hit a bloop single to advance the runner to second? That's kind of what you said.
Yeah, that's probably closer to.
If we want to, guys, we need to have a safety squeeze in here.
Safety squeeze?
In play here, yeah. We can't just suicide squeeze. We got to be safe.
Some of that goes over my head. That's the thing about like axioms. Everyone has to get them like kind of. They have to make somewhat sense so that you can figure the rest out and how it relates to whatever that guy was previously talking about. You know what I mean? If you say, that's what an apple does to you, it has to make sense. It'd be like
it's not worth it. We don't need this project. We're going to DFA it, and then it's going to clear waivers, and we're going to sign it to the minor leagues.
Everything.
You know what? If it wants to elect free agency, go ahead.
I think you'd be better at my job than I would.
How many people
were switch jobs for a day?
How many people?
Yeah. 7?
I think we just hit 3,500.
Rookie numbers.
Yeah, look at the distaste in your eyes.
That
was a grimace. I said 3,500.
That's how many people
say 35.
What if I said 35? How would that make you feel?
I don't feel anything. Also, I meant to change
your face betrays that.
What? It didn't work.
What are you trying to do?
That's great, Noah.
Perfect.
Thanks for sharing. I think it's an old picture of Daniel as his background. Daniel, lips parsed. He looks like he's mid-sentence.
Oh my God, it's the same thing.
Almost. It's almost like you had that picture of Daniel because Daniel hasn't changed his background.
It's like from a long time ago.
My favorite thing is I like the thermostat just really it's just right there.
Yeah, the thermostat.
I can like move my camera a bit.
No. There's something comforting about the thermostat. I think I want to commend you on replacing your light bulbs because it looks a lot brighter.
I did replace. I think one of them went out, and I was like, all right, it's finally time to replace them.
LEDs. Good job. Hey, quick question. What kind of warmth do you guys like your light bulbs to be? Because I definitely lean one way.
Translucent.
I don't even know what the options are.
I think that's an
option.
Got
warm. You got warm and you got cold. That's it.
Well, how can you have a cold light bulb?
Don't they always produce some amount of heat entropically?
Sorry, that was elementary of me. When I say warm, I mean more warmth in color and tone. I don't know. I think you mean the heat emitted.
I would have to look at the two options. I don't know.
Think. Have you seen Euphoria, Noah?
Yeah.
Alex, have you seen Euphoria?
I've seen like 3 episodes.
I haven't seen any of it, but I wonder if this can relate to your question in some way. So
well, I'm glad the expert's here to enlighten
Alex
us.
and Noah, you guys have something in common. You both have seen at least 3 episodes of Euphoria. So maybe you can kind of relate this light bulb conundrum to the lighting of Euphoria. Don't they use a lot of weird neon and glitter?
That's major leagues. We're definitely still in high school ball here with that. Warm light is just like yellower. It's like when you turn on the blue light protection on your screen and you're like, oh God, everything's yellow. And then a cold light would be like blue, like doctor's office, sterile. I'm definitely painting a biased picture here, but I'm clearly team warm. I like a homey sort of ambiance in my room, with maybe like a plant or something, and then a nice cup of chamomile tea to help me wind down after a long, stressful day. Warm lights help me do that.
Can you zoom in more on your face?
I really could, but it would make it less comfortable for me to hold my phone.
These visual gags are great for the pod.
Thanks, Daniel, for explaining that these visual gags are great for a podcast. That doesn't make any sense. The podcast is for people that are listening. How does you explaining that these visual gags are bad help listeners?
I think Tanner's a little behind in the count.
Yeah.
I think he's like only 1 sentence behind now. Or one. Yeah.
My bad. It's the bottom of the 9th, but I'm still in the 4th quarter. That kind of. That kind of deal.
Yeah.
That makes sense though.
Tanner, that's 2 RBIs right there. Good job. Way to bring him in.
Wait, Tanner, so your new job, is it in Atlanta? Are you still in Atlanta?
Sandy Springs. By your house.
He's actually living at your house.
I think I might. What?
That's crazy.
That's just how everyone lives.
Yeah, you know the North Springs MARTA stop?
Yeah, that's where I went to.
The North Springs MARTA stop. You didn't.
That's also not close to where I live.
I know. Oh, that's why I was joking. Because it's in Sandy Springs.
Oh, great. The Braves are losing by even more. You work by the... Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Do you work... What building? Wait. Do you work in the building on Peachtree, Dunwoody, and Abernathy?
Yeah.
Sign an NDA.
That's where you work?
That's where my company had... What's the name of the building you work in?
Hold on. It's one of those... I'd have to look it up.
Is it one of those?
Daniel,
Is it one of those? Never mind.
What's the name of your company?
I'm not going to tell
NBA.
you over there. Yeah.
Just write it.
Just type it in the chat, Tanner.
All right, and we'll have Noah do his super sleuthing and figure this stuff out.
It's called Wendy's.
You work at like the same place that my.
Well, yeah, I work at actually the closest Wendy's to the morning stuff.
Called Wendy's.
Who's this? Is this a bot?
What?
Who joined?
Why did you?
HTML
Oh my god!
layout.
I went to high school with HTML layout.
Why are there two HTML layouts here? What the heck?
These
Hold on. Dropping them out. I'm dropping them out.
What are they? Daniel.
Your Java script.
I didn't do anything. Looks like we just got
raided by bots. No?
Raided by bots.
What the heck?
Who were those people? Daniel, you owe
I thought Blue Jeans was under the radar.
Yeah, I don't know.
This is like when I was teaching my third grade elementary class and people like jumped on and said inappropriate things.
We'll get to that later. Maybe Tanner's company name just sparked something. I don't know.
What? No, I work for Mark Spain Real Estate.
Oh my god, I need to tell this story. Okay, 1 second.
Yeah. Mark Spain ruined my life. Okay. I want to be like,
no,
you know, like
it's here. Can I share my screen? Let me share my screen.
But I want to tell my story. So,
okay, go ahead.
Mark Spain ruined my life. Chapter 1. Call me Ishmael. And call Mark Spain the white whale. Because I swear to God, I'm gonna get revenge. Thanks. That's a default. Only Alex got it. I knew he would get it. That's why I said it.
Is that the whole story?
I'm well versed in Mark Spain.
I feel like Mark Spain would be the kind of guy to be like.
Okay.
You know,
this is dumb. I have an actual good story.
Go ahead.
Wow.
I was just buying time so you can share your screen.
First of all, this is where you work. This is my company.
Yo, when are we getting lunch?
Well, also, I don't work there.
Oh, that's the plot twist.
Wow, we're doing a lot of zooming out right now for our listeners.
So Noah's zooming in on the company.
Okay, so a couple weeks ago, I went to dinner with my father at a sports bar type restaurant in Sandy Springs.
Okay, thanks for the invite. Yeah.
Thank you, dude. I will invite you. Next time I go there with my dad, I will text you. You fly down from New York. I'll give you 20 minutes advance notice. So I'm there with my dad. I was eating dinner, watching a bunch of TVs. I think this was a Thursday night, so there wasn't much on. It was like NBA on, or not NBA on. Maybe it was a Wednesday night. There was NBA on. And out of nowhere, so I'm at a booth with my dad. We're like in the middle of like 5 or 6 booths, and I'm looking kind of straight forward, a little bit to the right where the TV is, right? And the guy behind my dad stands up, and I'm like, and it stands in front of the TV, and blocks my view, which is, whatever. He's getting up, and then I look at him because that's just a normal thing for a human to do. When you just look at someone, right? And then with that, maybe within about 4 milliseconds of me looking at him, he yells, "And fuck you for looking at me." Walks up to me. I'm eating a burger like this with my hands out. Slaps the burger out of my hand into the booth behind me, and storms out the door. And meanwhile, I see one of the waiters just like in the corner saw this just go, like with a shock look in her face. It was absolutely crazy. And my dad was like, "What the fuck just happened?" And we were just like sitting there for like 10 seconds, just like couldn't even move. My hands were in the same position, just like this. It was so weird.
Was that man Mark Spain confused on how this relates to like?
It's not. It relates to it because you'll see. It doesn't really relate to that, but
okay.
But a little, I guess. Not really. The guy's there. He's probably in his mid-40s, I would say. Big guy, bald, big guys and like buff. And his parents are there, and he's probably in their 70s. And like, he's like apologizing to my dad, saying, "Sorry, we'll pay for the bill. We'll get you another whatever." And my dad's like, "Yeah, you are." And he's like, "Why are you bringing your son out here if?" I think the guy said that he's crazy. And my dad's like, "Well, why are you bringing him out to a public, restaurant where there's kids if he's crazy?" And I'm like, really freaking out because I wasn't freaking out, but afterwards I was like, "Wait a minute, I should have been freaking out," which was weird. But about 10 minutes later, we kind of didn't forget about it, obviously, but they're making another burger for me. I'm facing away from the door, and it's kind of on the opposite side, so just out of nowhere, he comes back in. We didn't see him come in. We just see him he comes to our table, puts $100 bill down, says, "I'm sorry," and then goes back and sits down. So he says sorry, that's it, and goes back and sits down. And then about 5 minutes later, I think the manager comes over to him, and like, I don't know what the conversation was they had. We were just trying to keep to ourselves and not look at him anymore. But then he got up, walked to the manager this is over the course of like 10 minutes, walked to the manager. I think they were having an argument, but I wasn't sure. And then about maybe 15 minutes later, after he walked back in, I'd say 15 minutes later, I heard the manager go, "Okay, that's it. You got to leave." So I don't know what happened in those conversations, but he got to leave. He said he got to leave. So basically, parents were paying whatever. He was walking out, and as he was by the door, he punches the manager in the face. Like, it looked pretty hard, but the manager just like took it like a champ, I guess, and didn't even react. But and then took another swing and missed. Before that, he had hit a guy in the stomach. He just
a random guy.
Yeah, just a random guy.
Not like one of his I don't know, family that he was yelling at.
No, he hit him more like a slap. It wasn't like hurt. It didn't hurt him. It just did that. I don't know exactly. I didn't see that because I was facing the other way. My dad saw it and told me. But I saw him punch the manager in the face, and then they just went outside, and someone was screaming because he just punched him in the face, and one of the waitresses was screaming. And they went outside, and eventually the police were called, and I think he got arrested. I know he got arrested, and afterwards I heard the manager's pressing charges, which sure, I don't see why he wouldn't. And then afterwards, I found out that the guy has been there a bunch of times, and not only do I know who he is, but I've seen his face probably 1,000 times because he's on a billboard right next to my house, and that's how it relates to Mark Spain because Mark Spain's on billboards. He's a personal defense attorney.
No, seriously?
Yeah, and it's not like if
this is like a weird joke, right? Like
no.
Personal defense attorney assaults people in restaurants.
And yeah, he's a personal injury attorney. Like
if someone
John Foy, but it was not John Foy. It was not someone that big. It was someone that was local in Sandy Springs where he's on the billboard. Let me show you the billboard. Let's see if either of you have.
That's so.
And then, but by the way, the other day I found out my sister now follows him on Instagram apparently. And he tweeted after the Will Smith thing. He tweeted, "Get slapped, call me" or something. Which is just slap me. He slapped my hand. I mean, slapped my hand.
And you're absolutely positive it was this guy?
Yeah. It wasn't a question. 100%. Yeah. I mean, the manager told us he's been there a bunch of times, and then I looked him up, and it's this guy. Let me share my screen and show you who it is. I don't want to say who it is just in case he's watching.
It docks the person who's been arrested.
.0000000% chance.
He's definitely watching.
He's gonna come for you, Noah.
Definitely listening.
Come after your ass legally. All your faces are blocking. When is he?
Well, with a name like that, I'm honestly not surprised.
What, with this guy?
Well, I mean, I'm not going to say it obviously, but in gold lettering with the hashtag, next to it.
Yeah, hashtags kind of.
I don't get it. Oh, you talking about? Oh, that's unrelated.
Different kind of
It's unfortunately unrelated.
Violence.
Yeah, background experiences. Let's see.
Fortunate.
Okay, so it's not Mark Spain, but these guys got private jets, I guess.
Let me see if I can find the billboard. It's right next to my mom's house, and I pass it every day going to like high school or something. Like here, yeah. Have you ever seen this? It's on Roswell Road, right, like where Buckhead meets Sandy Springs.
Maybe I've seen it once.
Well, it's burned into my memory now.
Yeah, so you've ever seen this, and if you've ever seen this hashtag, you know that. Well, let me see.
Still tweeting 4 hours ago, but now Facebook.
Well, I mean, it's not just him. I'm sure there's a bunch of people that work there. Oh wait, here we go.
Georgia. I want to be on their marketing team.
Oh yeah, 100% him. The other picture didn't look exactly like him. I guess it's an old picture, but this is. I was like, this is exactly. Yeah, this picture is like a little weird. Doesn't look like him, but this does. What the heck?
He's Photoshopped. Was he not Photoshopped in that picture above there?
Oh no, this is Photoshop.
Yeah, like.
I don't think any of these are Photoshopped.
This terrible photos.
He's like a weird professional flexer.
These are from years ago.
He's a lawyer, but he's also like an Instagram influencer.
Wait 1 sec. 17,000 followers. What the fuck?
Yeah, he's an influencer. Do you know who I am? I'm the kind of guy that's gonna slap this burger out your mouth.
Dude, he looks like Pitbull.
He went to the Masters. I guess he didn't get arrested. Look at that. I'm assuming that was. Oh, it's a photoshopped. I didn't see the last name. I don't know. How do you know he wasn't at the Masters?
Oh, this is it. So I'm thinking.
That's kind of. Is that ironic? I don't know. Or just coincidental. I don't know.
I mean, it's pretty.
Right. The American school system truly failed us all.
After he tweeted this after the incident happened. The bin hit. Call me. Will Smith.
Holy shit.
And
yeah, like what's the manager of the restaurant gonna do? Who's he gonna call? Himself, the pit boss, or whatever his name is.
Well, don't say that.
Exactly. Imagine getting hired to represent someone in a legal suit against yourself. I wonder how much money you could throw at this guy and he'd be like, yeah, I'll go, try to sue myself. You think he would do it? Is that even possible?
I don't know if you could sue
to represent the opposing side in the.
It happened in South Park. South Park did it. It was the sexual harassment panda. I'm pretty sure. In fact, it was.
Is that the one with the Chewbacca defense?
The case of everyone versus everyone.
Oh yeah. But yeah, that is very, very, very interesting that you can do that. I guess it is probably legal. I mean, if South Park did it, I mean, it's legal.
Yeah, South Park did it.
Legally represent someone other than yourself. You guys suffer from allergies? It's allergy season. Anyone allergy suffers here?
No.
I'm practicing my stand-up routine.
Apparently,
allergies are back. Get a load of this. So it's like pollen's in the air or something. Like, why does it just suddenly come back, right? Found out you could actually take, and this is real, allergy shots. Like they'll just like shoot you with a shit ton of allergens and gradually increase the dose, and eventually you won't have allergies anymore. I never knew about that. Like, when people say talk to your doctor to learn more. Those drug commercials say talk to your doctor to learn more. I should have been doing that, but about allergy shots. You know what I mean? Like, do you guys suffer from allergies?
I've heard about these shots.
I didn't know they were like allergy shots, honestly, until like 2 weeks ago. I thought you just had to take like medicine, but I didn't know you could like, if you do some upkeep, you can kind of just really mitigate it. So I'm looking into that. I'm trying to make a positive change in my life. That being like, my allergies are acting up, so give me a second. In the meantime, you guys go talk about something. I'll be back real quick.
I mean, we can just end the podcast. You don't have to disappear for a small.
Yeah, can you do that? I have an allergy attack. What a great way to end the podcast. Okay.
Claire's
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Are we gonna end it? Or...
This has been the Experience Podcast with Daniel and somebody else. Remember to stock up on allergy medicine during the wintertime.